This is the moment I tell you a story that actually happened to me. And this one is about not giving up before it even starts. So when I started veterinary school, I was in the second semester and I did this project for histopathology class and I fell in love with zoo med species. I went to vet school to become a horse vet, an equine vet. But again, I fell in love with zoo med, exotic animals. And the only place in my entire town that had anything that could provide me with any experience was the local zoo. It's a small zoo run by the government, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go there and get an externship. And I think a lot of my career has benefited from the fact that I don't know things. I don't know the hoops. I don't know the steps. So for me, everything's possible. So I went there with my CV, and remember back then, a CV was a big deal because you had to print it. We're talking about 20 years ago. And so I had to print it. It was not like you could send everything via email and even to print, it was kind of a big deal. So I had printed that CV, which had basically one page with my information because I didn't have any experience. And I went there and I went to the HR and I asked to do an externship. I didn't know any better. And so the person looked at me with kind of like an incredulous face and said, no, like we only take students, veterinary students that are at the last year of veterinary school. And veterinary school in Brazil is 5 years. And so I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, we only take students that are in the last year. And I'm like, well, but I printed the CV already. Could you at least skip it? She was like, no, I just told you we only take students that are in the last year. I'm like, but I printed this. Could you at least just take it? Like I printed it. Like it's a big deal. And she's like, absolutely not. And I think I annoyed her so much that she said, all right, and kept the CV. So I went home, went by my life. I'm like, well, apparently I'm not going to get this one, right? But I was adamant that she at least kept it. I said, you never know. She's like, no, I know. And, that's how it is. I'm like, okay. And so a week later, there is a phone call at the landline. Yes, at that time, there were no cell phones. Well, there were cell phones, but they were the very beginning of the whole thing. So I didn't have one. So she called the landline at my house. And I remember someone answered the phone and said, Lila, it's for you. It's from the zoo. I'm like, well, that's odd. So I answered the phone and she didn't even say hi. She just said, I can't believe I'm making this call. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she said, well, apparently all of the externs canceled because there was some type of weather, that I don't remember, like a weather, like either rains or storms or something like that, an weather event that prevented everybody from flying into my town. And so all the externs at that time were from out of town. And they used the extern students to help feed the animals and take care of them. So they needed people. So she said, well, I can't believe I'm making this call, but could you come and be an extern student? So that's how I got my first externship.